let's give you a quick update of what is going on in the world then and how it is all just falling apart still. You've got Hungary with their new elections. They have gone from Viktor Orban, who you could say was more of a right party nationalist, who had done amazing things for Hungary when it comes to immigration, but there were talks of corruption, to a now new party coming in, winning by a landslide, who are more right centre and want closer ties to the EU. So what could this mean for the UK? Well, Hungary was one of the only, if not the only country in Europe who, apart from Poland, were having sort of a zero tolerance when it comes to sort of illegal migrants, but they were getting fined for it. A 200 million euro fine and a 1 million euro fine. The new party leader, Magyar, wants closer ties to the EU, just like Keir Starmer and the UK. But do you really want the EU non-elected politicians making decisions for your country? So are we going to see more routes opened up into Europe, more illegal migrants now entering into Hungary and flushing through Europe? Because Spain are still talking about giving 500,000 undocumented illegal migrants legal status in Spain. So this could open up the floodgates for the whole of Europe and the UK. So we will be keeping an eye on that. I'd love to know what your thoughts are. So please do comment below. Is this good for Europe? Is this good for the UK? Or is this bad? And then we've got the continued protests in Ireland. Fuel prices are still skyrocketing across the world, especially in Ireland. The protests that continue. They're now starting to fine people who block roads. There's still the army and the Garda getting deployed onto the streets against Irish citizens. There's no talks or even plan for the Strait of Hormuz being opened up and fuel prices to start coming down any time soon. So nations, governments are going to have to start doing something about it very, very soon. Ireland is just the start, I believe, just the start. They're the ones that are protesting, and as we've said, the fuel prices are the straw that broke the camel's back. There's a lot more to it when it comes to immigration, when it comes to food prices, when it comes to fuel, energy prices, the way we live and just the way people lead us. Remember, I've said it before, those who get elected into government are meant to be the speakers for the people. They are meant to be the decision makers for the people. They're meant to do the right for the people. But what we see a lot of time for many, many nations is that is not the case. They do what is right for themselves when it should be what is right for the citizens. What is going on in Hungary with trying to get closer to the EU and Europe, because that is what is going to happen now, we're going to continue to see in the UK. Keir Starmer has already said it. They're slowly trying to do it. The Green Party want it. They all want to get closer and back into the EU. But remember, we voted against it. Whether you like it or not, that is what the referendum result was, and that is now what we need to push. The issue was the politicians who didn't want it and who were leading it completely messed it up. And that is why it was a complete shambles. If it was done correctly and if it was done how it was sold to us and how the people wanted it, it would have worked. You can't now go back on your word and try and get closer back to the EU. We can do great by ourselves. We can make our own deals. We can buy our own food. We could even get our own fuel and gases. They just don't want to. So what's next? Well, I think there's just going to be further and further collapse. Ireland's a start and it's going to spread. Hungary is now going to be on a slight downfall because they're going to open up their borders. They're going to want to stop paying that fine and they're going to suffer as well. Comment below with what your thoughts are on this, because there is a lot going on in the world right now and I'd be very interested to hear what you have all got to say about it. Very, very interested. Anyway, big shout out to all of you. Thank you for all of you for taking your time to watch this. If you could, I'd really appreciate if you could support the channel. Remember to like, share and subscribe. Big shout out to all of our channel members. If you could head over to combatreadyhq.co.uk, we have the biggest sale ever on all of our t-shirts and tumblers. The stock must go. We want to get rid of it. We're going to do some new drops later on in the year, some new designs that are most probably better suited to the way this channel is going that I think you're really, really going to like. So all the stock must go. We're going to get better thermal tumblers, even though the ones we've got are brilliant and they keep your brews warm. And if you could, please do check out the channel sponsor after this, Private Internet Access. Keep yourself secure online. So check that out and I'll see you very soon. Once again, thank you for watching. Big shout out to all of you and I'll see you soon.
In today's video, I just want to talk to you about digital security. On this channel, we talk about national security, immigration crisis, border controls, surveillance, but there's another battlefield going on, and that is the internet. You think all your data is protected, but it's like sending a private message in a group chat every time you connect to Wi-Fi. Whether it's in a hotel, gyms, coffee shops, even your home Wi-Fi, you are susceptible to hackers. That is why today's video is sponsored by Private Internet Access, PIA VPN. PIA VPN encrypts your internet traffic through its world-class server infrastructure. It encrypts your connection, conceals your location, and shields your data. And the best part is you can protect an unlimited amount of devices on one subscription. So your phone, your laptop, and your iPad. Anyone on the same network as you could potentially access your photos, your data, keystrokes, and your passwords. And we know trust matters. That's why I chose PIA VPN with over 30 million downloads, a strict no-log policy which is proven in court. So they do not collect data and they do not share your data. And it's easy to connect anywhere in the world. So you can choose your location, including all 50 states in the US. You select the server you want to join, you connect, and you are protected. And you can get all of this with a massive 86% saving through the link in the description. That's a 2-year plan with 4 months free, all for £1.57 per month. So if you want to protect yourself, click the link in the description.